Hello YouTube, this is Samson. Love to my species. How are all of you doing today? I hope absolutely amazing, just like myself. So today, it's going to be a little different. I know that I promised in my previous video that I want to finish the whole adventure extravaganza slash wedding for my sister slash first time out of the country slash everything. I was shook, but I'm still editing it, so it's gonna take a while. I only was able to do that first part, and now I'm just kind of going through all the other not videos, but all the other recordings that I made, and I'm trying to somehow make them all copacetic, I guess you would say. That would be the grown-up term. So this is kind of like a little, what would they call it? A filler video. Just like the Snapchat mashup was a filler video. Yes, it was. But I think that this one will be a little bit better. Just for the fact that this is a subject that is very close to me, very dear to me, very close to me. I don't know. Anyway, so today what I want to talk about is crystals and stones and whatnot, and I want to just kind of talk about just a very brief selective ones that I actually care for. I like them very much. Some of them are crystals that, well, the thing about it is, if you're like me, a spiritualist or whatever the hell you want to call me, I truly believe that everyone, you who are watching, the very few that are watching, and me and everyone else in this world, has an aura. Now, these auras are lines of energy, or it's an energy field in a sense that is around you, completely engulfing you, and I truly believe that you have the power to change your aura, in a sense that if you're having a bad day, then your aura will change to a negative aura, and other people will see that, and other people's auras will feel your aura, your negative aura, and their aura could be compromised because of your negativity, in layman's term. And this is like way better than this. Like, what the hell is going on? It's because I have my window right here, and yeah, that's my car right there. But it actually is a much cooler day, so I closed the window, and I actually have my fan like right here in front of, well, behind my phone, in front of me, so behind you, I guess. So if you feel any air behind you, don't worry, it's just my fan. Niggery. Actually, I want to show it to you real quick, 1 second. Okay, so this is my fan. As you can see, I have it just like dangling, and do you see how it's being twisted? Because it just gradually, from the fan being on, like, will turn. So I get, I would say, like 25% actual air. Do you see how it's about to turn right now? It's just a slow turn, but right now I think it's because it's so tight at the top that it is like at the point where it might be turning the other way, or may not. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how that goes. But anyway, before I start on, oh, I want to show you my little book of crystals, a book of stones, by the way. This was actually not given to me. This was, I actually borrowed this from a friend of mine. Oh, I don't know if he's a friend anymore, but he used to be a really, really awesome friend, and he told me I could look at it and whatnot. I was, as you can see, was making notes, and just like, I've had this almost for 2 years. It's pretty sad. But this was actually in my locker at Trader Joe's before I got fired. And so I don't know, I haven't seen him since. I would love to give it back to him after I like copy every page, but I just wanted to kind of read a few crystals from this book. But before any of that, I haven't yet today, so we gonna smoke real quick. What? Still docking, still repping that Pokemon. By the way, I think it is pretty sad, but I'm literally on Pokemon Go at like level 26. Actually, I think I just reached 27. Don't quote me though. But it's because where I am right now, there are literally no Pokestops at all, or Poke Gyms. I mean, the closest one is like at least 4 or 5 miles away, so I can't just like walk to a Poke stop, whereas when I was in 5 cities, I literally had one across the street from me, and so I would just like walk there, and then there was a park, and I would walk around all the parks and whatnot, and you know, gym battle, whatnot, if I got bored of where I was, I would just like hightail it to Pismo, which was literally 2 miles away, and I would have like at least 30 stops that I would able just to like go to like in a matter of 2 or 3 blocks. So it is a little hard to advance in the level of Pokemon Go. Don't think that I'm not still playing though. I'm still the Pokemon Master. It's going to be a delayed Pokemon Master. That's it. That's not bad. That's not bad. But anyway, let me just take a quick hit real quick, and we'll see you in a little bit. Whew, okay, and I think that actually, I have this like little ledge right here, and I think I'm actually going to put my phone right there if that is okay with all of you. So just please disregard this trash of an area I'm in right now. So back to, I guess, the point of this video, the Book of Stones, who they are and what they teach. And this is by Robert Simmons and Naisha Ahsian? I have no idea. With contribution by Hazel Raven. If you can read any of those words, then props to you. So, actually, let's see if there's a... Oh, I forgot I had this. Look at... Isn't that so awesome? I actually made that. Proud. I know. I'm patting myself on the back all the time I do. There actually... I don't think there's actually an intro. I mean, there's a preface, obviously. But I don't think... Oh, I guess there is an intro, but I mean as an intro to what are stones and, oh, look at why stones work, a theory. And as you can see, it's a very long theory, so I don't think I'm going to read that all to you, but I've done this. Wow, that's a huge stone. I've actually done that where what she's doing it. I've had stones on me, and it's like a meditation practice. I have done it where I am sitting and I'm holding stones and I have one on me, and then I have like them all around me in a circle, kind of like how this girl is right here. But she, I mean, obviously I don't have a huge fucking stone like that one, but she actually, I wish I could, you know, I wish it would focus in. How she has it, I would have stones all the way around me, and then she has some stones in her hands and whatnot, and of course one on her neck. And then there's wands and, just like all these just different, like there's wrappings, which I think are awesome. This one I think is for all of the chakras. Actually it says right there, chakra gems. So that's actually a really neat necklace. And I actually have one. It's in my previous videos, but as you can see, I haven't been wearing it recently. I can't find it, and it is driving me up a fucking wall, because that is literally who I am. Like that, those are my chakras. My chakras have not been aligned. Let's just say that for at least a couple months. If people have been wondering, Sam, why have you been a fucking cunt lately? Do you see I'm missing something? I'm lighter. I'm like nakad, which is naked in French or whatever. Anyway, I'm going to continue going. So I have like all these little bookmarks going, and I'm just going to open one to see if I even like it or not. I was in a phase for such a long time where I would just literally just write every single one. I would go and I'd be like, I like that one. Angel Quartz. I'm going to write about it. And I would just take a little thing and I would stick it there. So not all of these are filled out. I think if you go towards the back, I don't think any of them are. See, do you see, like, I just have the word, whatever this one is. Oh, magnesite, whatever the hell you say it. It's blank though. But if you go forward to, I don't know, ooh, this is an interesting one, Dream Quartz. Do you see I have like little things written, little notes I took here or there. But anyway, so the first one, oh, I'm not doing that one. That one is such a long one. First one we're gonna do is, okay, I'm just gonna pick. Let's pick this one. So this one is called Epido. Epido, actually, I don't know. I've never had one, but that's how it looks like. It's, oh, sorry, let me just like move my wannabe notes on the side. So that's how you spell Epido, Epidot. I don't know. I think it's Epido because I think that the T is silent, but I could be wrong. But anyway, the keywords are release of negativity, embracing positive patterns, attraction of what one emanates, So pretty much the stone, if it's in your possession, those are things that you will start to, I guess, see if you're open to change, and if your aura, going back to aura, before I got on this tangent, I started just dove right in without even talking about anything of what an aura, or not talking about, but like explaining fully, because I'm really stupid on that aspect, is I have a bad habit of all these segues, and no, I can't get on tangents, I can't get on segues, I need to just stick to the facts. So with an aura, going back, you can be affected by others. Well, many believe, and actually there is some scientific proof to this, with I think it was Hashimaru Emoto, or something Emoto or Yamoto or something. Anyway, he did an experiment. He's passed away just recently, but he did an experiment on water, and how water crystals can, when frozen, can freeze differently based on the environment that it's in. So what he would do is he would speak to each water separately, and when I think they when they froze in different crystal patterns, and some of the crystal patterns were the ones that he spoke negatively to were just a chaotic pattern, definitely not uniform, definitely not pretty or at all. And the ones that I think one he spoke, I love you, and another one he spoke, I appreciate who you are, and another one I think he said, thank you for being water, or something like that. Just like positive affirmations, I guess you would say. And they froze into like these beautiful structures of crystals. But getting back from my tangent, which of course I just did right now. Yes, okay, you caught me. So sorry. So crystals, a lot of people believe that if they're purified, and if they're saged or whatnot, if it, pretty much layman term, doesn't have a negative aura already attached to it, crystals generally have a positive aura attached to them, and it's a very low base frequency, low base vibe. But if you can attune to it, if your aura, which it does, but it's something that is so, as I said, baseline, it's so basic of a vibration that you won't see too much of a change. It would be a change that is a positive change, don't get me wrong. I don't know why I just hiccuped right there, but at the same time, it won't be like the next day you hit the jackpot and all of a sudden the cancer that was at stage 3 is gone. Like that, I can't promise that. That's like, not only I feel luck, but I also feel that that's karma on a lot of things. Not all things, but a lot of things. One of them being that if you're always unlucky and you are scratching your scratchers, or if you're getting your lotto tickets and you're not ever winning, reevaluate yourself. Anyway, so if you are attuned with your vibe, or if your vibe, I guess I like to use the word open, if you are spiritually, physically, and mentally open and prepared to receive whatever vibration or whatever aura is out there, may it be good or bad, then if you were in contact with Epidote, Epidote, pretty much, then you would have what I just said. The releasing of negativity, embracing positive patterns, attraction of what one emanates. And then the element for this is earth and water, and the chakras that it affects are all of them. So if you are having a huge chakra problem, if your chakras are being overstimulated, or if they're being understimulated, for some reason I can't talk today, I'm so sorry. If they're not being affected at all, then an epidote, get in grasp with one, and you will start, if you're open, once again, there's a little asterisk, if you're open to it, you will start to see change in your life, and it will be because of the epidote that you have. Anyway, so on to the next one, because I'm kind of getting bored of this one. Ooh, garnet. I love garnet. Garnet is literally my birthstone, for one. Yeah, this one actually, these are two different kinds of garnet, but I'm just going to go to the original garnet. I mean, there's many garnet, but the original garnet, I think, is the Spessartine garnet. It's pretty much the red. Well, they're all red, but some of them are just a different type. Like this one's a black androdite garnet. Anyway, so pretty much what I'm going to talk about is the Spessartine garnet, I think. I know, I'm just retarded right now. Keywords are creativity, sexuality, and attraction. So, if you need some creativity in your life, if you need some spice in your life, you better get a hold of some garnet. You know who I'm talking about. Those ratchet people over there that are sitting in the back. Oh wait, that's a mirror. Oh, I'm gonna do this one, Emerald. Emerald's another one that I absolutely love. Emerald is a green. Oh, actually, we were just by Emerald because of the Epido, so I'm gonna just choose a different one. Oh, there's just one that I have a friend and she absolutely loves this one. Actually, she's a really good friend of mine. It's called Rhodocosite. Or right here, bam. Rhodocosite. Can you see it? There's a beautiful little stone or whatever. I don't know what it is. It almost looks like a geode, but I don't know. Anyway, this one is, the keywords are emotional healing, recovery of lost memories and forgotten gifts, self-love, and compassion. And the elements are fire and water, and the chakras at this one is, I guess, the chakras that are most affected by the rhodocosite crystal is the heart chakra, which is the 4th chakra in the chakra line, and the solar plexus, which is the 3rd chakra. And I'm just gonna like kind of read you a little base of this, of like what this book consists of. Pretty much, it talks about everything about the stone, but I'm just going to give you like the basic rundown, like as in the first paragraph, of what each of them usually are. They usually, layman's term, talk about like the hardness of the scale or of the crystal, and usually what the mineral component is, and blah blah blah. So I'm going to try not to butcher any words while I read this. By the way, this is rhodocosite, and if you didn't, obviously I can't really see that well, so if you couldn't read it when I was like doing a little close-up, then it is spelled RHODOCHROSITE, and it reads, rhodocosite is a magnesium, what the fuck is wrong with me? Kill yourself, Sam. Magnesium carbonate with a hardness of 3.5 to 4, so it's not technically that strong. I mean, it is. It's more than half. I think that it goes up to 5 or 6, so it's about half strong, which is strong. I mean, but you can easily break it with a hammer, type of thing. Its crystal system is hexagonal. Most often, rhodocosite occurs in massive, granular, nodular, or stalactitic. I have no idea what the fuck that word is. Habits. So pretty much that's where you can see it. Oh, let me just show you the fucking word. It almost reminds me of stalactite, which is not, because it says tick at the end, like statistic, but it's STALACTITIC. Stalactitic? I don't know. Habits. But it occasionally forms prismatic, tabular, I don't know what the fuck that means, or rhombohedral? What the fuck? Crystals. The name rhodocosite refers to the Greek word for its rose red color. That's pretty much what I want to say, because I butchered almost every word. Like, literally, if this was like a speech test, I would have already failed. That's all I gotta say. It's so cool. They even have petrified wood on here. Isn't that crazy? But it is the Book of Stones, not the Book of Crystals, Book of Stones. So, I mean, it has everything on here. So awesome. Oh, I'm going to show you mine. My favorite, which I actually have a big one that's in my car, which I absolutely love. It is Where are you, my favorite crystal? Oh, I'm in J, that's why. I'm like, where are you? It actually starts with an L. Do any of you know it? No, it's not Lapis. Good try, though. No, 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 no one? No one? Okay, so, start Lemurian seed crystal? No, no. Actually, I'm going to show this one first. This is one of my favorites. It actually used to be a huge favorite with mine. Lemurian crystal is huge in the sense that now I gotta get backstory. Ugh, this is horrible, Sam. Why do you do this to yourself? So back then, I mean way back then, predate of human beings, there was this ancient city or town or area that a lot of people believe predated Atlantis, the lost city of Atlantis, that apparently people can't find because it, you know, is part of the reef system somewhere, and the reef over time sunk into the ocean, thus it being completely covered and lost to humanity. The city was so far beyond even current day in the sense that they were able to connect to each other through a psychic level, and they were able to see into the future, see into the past. They were able to live in a utopian era until, I'm not even going to get into that because it's all speculation, but somehow they are no longer, in a sense. And so before their fall or whatever happened, apparently, as the legend goes, Lemuria knew of this, so they actually stored their information, whatever information they had, into these crystals, and they're called Lemurian seed crystals. And if you see with the crystal, I don't know if you can really see it, but there's lines on it, and a lot of people believe that these lines, and it's on every face of the crystal, are actually like a barcode, in a sense that when you put this Lemurian crystal in the device, whatever this device is, it will actually show whatever information was stored on the crystal. And that's how a lot of people believe that, like, how with technology, how computers, they have crystal chips in them. It's like something that's like rocket science. It's like not rocket science, it's like a basic thing. If you're like a computer geek, you know that there's like crystal component. I completely forgot what it was, but years ago, I mean, this is like talking about years ago, I learned about this. I mean, years. And apparently people believe that the Lemurian sea crystal is like, in a sense, the OG original prehistoric computer, but is like a computer or a computing device that is so far beyond our knowledge that we can't even see it. So technically, it's like a repeat of itself, because we are getting to that stage where one day we'll be able to actually read what's on these crystals, but we're still millions and millions of years away. Anyway, so these keywords to the Lemurian sea crystal are connection with the divine feminine, unification with the soul, access to knowledge and wisdom of ancient Lemuria. And the elements are earth and wind, and the chakras are crown, which is the 7th, and the solar star, which is the 8th, which is above the crown chakra, because many people believe that there's just like the base 7, and those are the main 7, and then there's, I think, like 7 more on top of the 7, and then there's hundreds that are throughout the body that are lesser chakras, but there's like the original 7. And then the 7 that are above that are 7 that we can't really comprehend because we haven't really got to that level yet, but we are evolving to that level. So one by one we'll start to release more chakras that have stored more information in them and more knowledge and power and energy and all that crazy stuff. But anyway, it starts with this Lemurian crystal, and so that's why it's one of my favorites. It's not my favorite though, and I have to really hurry up because literally I only have like 5 minutes left, and I've only probably talked about 3 crystals, so it's pretty sad. So this is my favorite crystal ever. It's called labradorite, and if you can see, it is a beautiful bluish, and also it sometimes has pink, sometimes has gold. I mean, it has greens. It has so many colors, and what I think is amazing about this stone is that you can see it, just in my room you can see it, but if you go outside, it is amplified by millions. I mean, you can see things that you were like, it'll blow you away type of thing. I mean, it is amazing. And the keywords are magic and protection. A lot of people believe that labradorite is something that if you have, it's grounding you in a sense. A lot of people feel that labradorite and moldavite are two sides of the same coin, in the sense that moldavite helps you astral project and travel and whatnot, and I'll actually go there and probably will even say it. Moldavite, transformation, rapid spiritual evolution, chakra activation, cleansing, protection, increased incidence of synchronicities. So pretty much it's like astral travel, it's what was the other word? Like breaking through in a sense, and like people who take like DMT, who break through, who like go through the tunnel, who could go through the tunnel and see like spiritual worlds and realms and like parallel realities. That is all something that moldavite actually helps you with. But it is very dangerous, because when you get to those levels of realities and you start to like bend time and space, and you start to like astral travel and astral project and like all this other crazy shit, it's very hard for your soul, so you, in a sense, your source, your energy, to travel back. And that's why a lot of people feel like there's like this line of like a string that connects you. A lot of people who die or like cease and then come back, in a sense, they have actually looked down and they've seen, many people will account that they have seen like a cord that they're connected to, that they will lead them back to their body. People who actually lucid dream when they're sleeping at night actually have accounted seeing this cord that's connected to your leg or your foot or whatever, and that cord is what directs you back into your body so that your spirit doesn't get disconnected. Well, there's sometimes, many times actually, that your cord can become severed, and so the labradorite actually comes into play there, because the labradorite helps protect it, in a sense, helps protect you from negative energy that's out there that is so far beyond our energy alone, that if we enter into that realm or that parallel reality, we can actually get sucked away by whatever negative energy is out there, and we are no match for it, in a sense. So that labradorite helps just give like that kind of coating of protection, that it activates the Merkaba, which is another means of for how you can astral project. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Merkabah, Merkaba. It is something that everyone needs to know about. Anyway, so the element is wind, and chakras, of course, covers all, because there literally is every color in labradorite. And I'm just going to read this real quick. Labradorite is a feldspar, a sodium, calcium, aluminum silicate with a hardness of 6 to 6.5. Its crystal structure is triclinic, usually in complex aggregates. Its name is derived from the Labrador Peninsula in Canada, where the stone was first found in 1770. It is treasured for its remarkable play of color, laborescence, interesting, which shows vivid flashes of blue, green, gold, orange, red, and sometimes violet. Labradorite is found in Canada, Madagascar, Mexico, Russia, and the United States. In the 1940s, labradorites were discovered in Finland that exhibited the entire color spectrum, and these were named spectralites. Spectralites. You know what? I'm going to look that up real quick before I run out of time. See if we even have it in here. Spectralites. No. I don't think I see it. I don't see a spectralite. That's okay. We're going to continue. But in a different crystal pattern. These stones each have separate entities in this book. What? I just looked it up. I didn't see it. Okay, spectrolite. SP. There was no SPE though. That's the thing that I don't understand. maybe I just passed it. I'm literally gonna run out of time though, so I'm gonna try to do as quick as I can. LMNOP. So it goes from sodalite to spherolite to sphene. No SPE. To spider jasper, to spinel, to spirit quartz, to starlight, to stibonite. So no spectrolite. The red paint people of Maine were familiar with labradorite and used it over 1,000 years ago. When Moravian missionaries in Canada discovered the material in 1770, they named it for the area. After its discovery in Russia and Norway, the gem became popular in Europe in the 18th and 19th century. So anyway, that's my labradorite, and I'm about to run out of time, so I'm going to end it there. If any of you have questions about more stones, please, I urge you to look it up, or actually to look up a YouTube channel. It's called called Spirit Science. It is amazing, and they talk about, actually, there's a chapter about crystals. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope to talk to you guys later. Bye!